Hi guys, I'm just another guy named James, and today I'm going to be talking about a Christmas issue of The Flash. As I'm recording this, it's a couple of days before Christmas. As it's getting posted, it should be a couple of days after Christmas. So I kind of just wanted to make a nice short little video about a nice seasonal comic. Now, this issue of Flash was written by Mark Waid and drawn by Greg LaRocque. Now, this was released in 1993, so quite a bit has changed in the world of Wally West Flash from the last time that we discussed him and discussed him specifically in the video linked in the description. That video featuring part of one of the Flash stories written by Mike Baron. This one's a lot better. Let me just give you that brief spoiler right off the bat. Maybe it's just because it's a Christmas issue. It's not. But Mark Waid just really nails the writing on Wally West. Yeah, on Wally West in particular. He just kind of gets him in a way that Mike Baron very clearly didn't. So having only read this issue and those couple that I discussed in that video, it's a huge improvement. And I'll talk more on what makes it so good kind of at the end. But yeah, like I said, drawn by Greg LaRocque, who you may know from his work on Spider-Man. He did Web of Spider-Man #1, the iconic sequence of Spider-Man taking off the black costume in the bell tower. That was all drawn by LaRocque. And yeah, so the creative team on this issue is pretty solid. But yeah, lots changed in the life of the Flash. The biggest thing being he has a new stable long-term girlfriend, and he's kind of just more of a positive character now. Because last time we checked in on him, he was very negative, very much so. Kind of felt more like a hero for hire than anything else, which just doesn't suit the Flash very well, and didn't suit Wally well very in particular. But yeah, this issue is just kind of a short little Christmas adventure that honestly I think I'm ready to just hop straight into. And our story opens on Wally West as he impatiently decorates the Christmas tree before his girlfriend, Linda Park, pulls him away to make him help their hosts, the Garricks. The Garricks being Jay Garrick being the first Flash, the Flash of the Golden Age, and they're being hosted for dinner. And Wally tries to help them cook, but Mrs. Garrick doesn't have anything for him to do. So she sends Jay off to distract Wally, and the two speedsters go out on patrol. And as they run around, they reminisce, with Wally saying, "It's been a long time since you and I have celebrated the season together, hasn't it? Too long. I've missed you, Junior. You've really grown up. New life, new costume, steady girl. That Linda's really something. What's under the tree for her? Joan thought maybe a ring." Whoa now. Even I only move so fast. We're only just now figuring out where this relationship is going. You know how I hate to rush things. Oh, please. Fine. Let's change the subject. What does Wally West want for Christmas? I don't know. Really. Somehow I expected more enthusiasm. It's just weird getting older, you know? Is it? Well, yeah. When you're a kid, Christmas is about presents. All it takes to make you happy is that really cool baseball mitt. But growing up changes everything. In time, December rolls around and boom. Christmas suddenly stops being about Santa and starts being about friends and family.
And isn't that the way it should be? Oh, absolutely. But I hope I can say this without sounding like a spoiled jerk. But there's a tiny part of me that just misses the thrill of the baseball mitt, you know? The older I become, the further away I get from the idea that amid all the sweaters and handkerchiefs, Santa still tagged something special just for me. One simple, perfect gift that's gonna knock my socks off. Excuse me. Wally then runs off to save a pregnant woman who is about to be hit by a car, and the woman is delirious because her husband is going to be fired from his part-time job at a department store. But her and her husband really need the money since they have a kid coming. So he's going to rob the store on Christmas Eve with some hoodlums that he works with. And as the woman speaks, and as soon as she's done speaking, she goes into labor. So Jay runs some doctors to the location, and Flash, Wally, runs off to the store to stop Joey, the husband. But Flash can't find Joey in the crowded department store, and eventually, a little too late, he realizes that Joey is the Santa at the store. So Flash asks another employee where Joey went, but he doesn't really get an answer. We then cut away and we see Joey break into the office at the store to steal the cash for the nightly deposit. Joey then skulks out of the store into an alleyway, but he's followed by a little kid who begs with Joey, saying, "Santa, Santa, there you are. You didn't get to hear what I wanted." "Aw, jeez, kid, you can't be here. You've got to go." "But Santa, please, it's not for me. It's for my mommy. She's so sad all the time. You've got to bring her something nice." "Well, what about your dad? He'll take care of your mom." No, I wrote about it in my letters, Santa. Don't you remember? That's why my mommy's so sad. Daddy's not with us anymore. He's in jail." Joey then takes a moment and pauses, and he thinks, and he considers what he's about to do, the lives that he's about to ruin. And he has a change of heart. He decides that he should return the money. But the thugs who Joey was going to split the profits with come up, and they don't find Joey's change of heart to be very compelling. So they decide they're going to shoot him. But Flash runs in and takes down the thugs. Wally then sends Joey along his way to his wife, promising to return the money to the store and help the kid find his mom. Joey then runs to the church where his wife is, and the new family shares a nice tender moment together as the kid's born. We then see a brief epilogue to the story where Wally and Jay catch their girls up on the adventure they just had. And Wally opens his Christmas present from Linda. The nice, simple baseball mitt, which Wally absolutely loves. And for today, that's where we're going to end this story. There's another brief part of the epilogue that leads into the rest of the ongoing story of the Flash comic at the time. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today is all about this one issue. This nice, festive, simple, sweet Christmas comic. And like most Christmas issues, it's pretty good. It's just very nice, you know? You get Wally West acting heroic, he's being heroic. You get him and Jay Garrick being kind. So not only is Wally acting heroic, he's also just kind of he's being a good friend, he's being a good boyfriend, he's being a good hero. And it's a really refreshing change from where we last caught up with Wally. And Mark Waid just really is well known for his run on The Flash for a lot of those reasons. But yeah, it's just a really cool. It's just a nice little comic. It pulls on the heartstrings with the little kid who's able to convince the mall Santa Joey to not steal from the department store because he's gonna get arrested. He's gonna be caught. It's just a really nice little story. You know, like most Christmas comics, especially. It's a little sad and it's a little mellow sweet and it's a little melodramatic, but it's just very nice, you know. Greg LaRocque does a good job handling the artwork. He makes the snow, as the snow picks up at the end of the story, it looks really good. There are some awkward angles throughout, but overall, it's just a nice comic. I would highly recommend this to anyone really looking to kind of just get a nice Flash comic. You know, it has a very Silver Age feel to it. I like the beginning where Jay and Wally are just both running around the city, just kind of helping people wherever they need. You know, picking up Christmas presents for people, helping out in the soup kitchen, shoveling an old man's driveway, and then you get thrust into the meat and bones of the story, the heart of the story. It's just really nice, and Mark Waid does a really good job of writing Wally, especially as Wally's in this transitional point where he's becoming a superhero in his own right, and it's just a really well written comic. It's just a well done comic. I don't know. There's not much else to say on it, honestly. Yeah, good art, good writing, good Christmas vibes, nice and fun. Yeah, it's just a nice story, and that's really all I got to say on this one. So yeah, Flash number 72, The Perfect Gift. One Perfect Gift. I'd highly recommend if you can find it at a store for decently cheap. But that's really all I gotta say today. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Wish y'all a Happy New Year. But for today, that's where I'm gonna call it. So I'm just another guy named James. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.